Hey y'all, we are Laughing with the Macks. I'm Ian Mack.
I'm Aisha Mack.
So, how was your day?
It was great. How was your day?
It was good. It was good. Real good day today. You know, it's hot outside, but other than that, it was good. What about you? What'd you do?
I just helped Israel with some work.
Mm-hmm.
That's our son. I did get some sad news today, but overall it was still a good day.
That is good. That's good. So, since this is our second day of streaming our new channel, you know, people want to know who we are, how did we meet, how we met.
How did we meet, y'all?
Anywho, I'm gonna start it off. We met on an app.
Yes.
We met on an app called Bumble.
Yep.
So, side note, guys, if you don't know, Bumble. Bumble, you can message the individual, but if the individual doesn't want to respond, there will be no communication.
I see what you did there. You're trying to plug
there'll be no communication
I see what you did there.
with the lady that you're trying to speak upon.
See what he did.
Yeah.
Let me get applause.
Thank you.
Thank you. Tried it.
Thank you.
He tried it, y'all.
But yeah.
So that is correct, though.
Yeah.
It is correct.
Uh-huh.
However, he said that for a particular reason.
I'm just saying
that we're gonna get to.
There's no way to respond if you don't get a response. So that's all I'm saying.
Okay.
So, anywho, back to the story.
Palm Trees is here early today.
Back to the story. So somebody, I'm not gonna say her name, was supposed to be in the profile said matchmaker.
Pause. I was a matchmaker, and I was doing my job well, so I thought. However, the friend that I was matchmaking for, who shall remain anonymous, this lovely gentleman did not fit.
That's me.
Her criteria. He didn't fit in the profile of what she was looking for.
That is true.
So therefore, I did share him to her. And so that's kind of how it started. But I did let him know I am matchmaking, and you do not fit the criteria of the person that I'm matchmaking for. That was non.
She failed to say that
the
profile picture for me should have been I thought was the individual. So I said, well, since you are the matchmaker, quote unquote, is that you in the picture, or is that your friend that you're helping? She said, oh, that's me. But instantly, bell goes off, ding, bell goes off. It's like, well, I was clearly attracted to the person in the profile picture. So, I was just like, oh, well, it is what it is until, wait.
Until what? Well, let me go back. Said friend wanted to remain anonymous. Therefore, I put my profile picture in order to even start the account. I needed a picture. For Bumble, I think you have to have at least 3 pictures. Something like that. You have to have at least 3 pictures. So I had to put pictures in order to start the account. So who pictures I can use? A random person? Just use my own. And if you read it, it said matchmaker. I think it also said this is my picture. I believe it said that. I believe it said this is my picture, not the person I'm matchmaking for.
Don't remember. That's such a long time ago.
He probably didn't read my profile, well, her profile all the way, because it was my picture but all of her information. Anywho, he liked what he saw, y'all, and he messaged me.
But again, they have to respond back first before a conversation could happen.
I did respond back.
I know.
However, this is why I responded back. Because he asked, is that the person you're matchmaking for photo? He asked that. So, of course I responded. I was like, no. And then he said, okay, well, what is she, what is this person looking for? What is this person? I think you asked, what does she look like?
Yes.
I think you asked, like, what does she look like? And I was like, well, unfortunately, you do not fit the criteria, so you will not be knowing what she looks like. Mm. But by this time, he already liked what he saw in the profile picture, which was me. And then, he went on to say, I don't remember verbatim.
I don't remember. I think I was just maybe trying to get to know her since we already passed that step of she was turned matchmaker into matchmaking herself.
That was definitely not the intention, because even when we started talking, I tried to friend zone you. Correct?
I don't remember that. That was such a long time ago.
You gotta lie to these people. You gotta lie to our people.
But anywho, if she
he
did,
lied to y'all.
quote unquote, something like that, I felt like that I can still push the envelope to where I still can get to know this individual. So no wasn't an answer for me.
He pushed it all right.
No wasn't an answer for me.
Clearly, it wasn't an answer. And we'll get to that. But I'm kind of glad it wasn't an answer. At the time, I did not feel this way. At the time, I was like, look, okay. So, there were some things going on in his life, and I was very inquisitive about those things. And I just wanted to know, I was nosy, all in his business. And he wanted to know about my life because I'm playing matchmaker. Why ain't got no man? Why I don't want no man? He wanted to know, and I just want to know, like, oh, well, what are you doing single? And, all of these things. So we did start talking.
She liked what she saw.
I did. Actually, I did.
She did.
I did.
She did.
So, we...
I like what I saw.
And... So, we kept on talking. We talked there for a little bit, and then I think I was was I at work?
I think, let me interject. Well, that conversation lasted all the way until I think the next day. But then the next day she had to go to work. But my job is more lenient, so I could be on my phone, and she kind of can't. So I thought she ghosted me, because that's what the young females are doing nowadays. Ghosting us good guys.
No, don't you do that to them. No, that's not the truth.
So I feel like that's what happened. And then I remember the time. I think it was about 6:30. And she messaged me back, and I picked up my phone, and I'm like, oh, wow, she remembers me.
She
remembers me.
No, but listen, the reason why I messaged him back at that time, because the text just kept rolling in and rolling in and rolling in and rolling in. And I was like, what is wrong with this guy? Like, we had a good conversation yesterday, but I told him, we just gonna be friends.
She kicked me to the curb.
Why does he keep blowing my phone up? Like, I'm busy. I'm working.
Shame.
Get off my line. That was how I felt. And so, I think it was like a stressful day at work that day. I don't really remember what happened, but it was a lot going on at work that day. Mm-hmm. And I think I told you that.
Yeah.
Like, look, I'm having a rough day, and what's up? He asked me out on a date. That's what it was. And you was seeing if we were still gonna go on the date.
Yep.
And I was like, look, this was a little bit mean to me.
It was very mean.
But I was like, look, you giving stalker vibes, sir.
Yep.
You trying to find out all my information. You blowing my line up. Like, I can't even have a minute. You done sent me 10 texts, and I ain't even text back yet.
Let me interject.
Calm down.
I'm the stalker, but she was the one that was the matchmaker. So if I'm asking questions, it's just to the matchmaker.
Shut up. You knew by then I wasn't the matchmaker.
Oh my God.
You had my phone number.
Oh
I gave him my phone number. I mean, I was interested. But I was interested. I'm not going to sit here and say, like, oh, I wasn't interested. I was interested in getting to know him, yes. But he was just doing a lot. And coming from not being ready for a relationship to just meeting this person, and then the next day they, like, doing a lot, it was too much. It was too much for me, on top of having a rough day. So I think that's kind of all of that mixed in one. So I was rude and called him a stalker.
She was very rude.
And he did not receive it well.
I did not. That's one thing that
He did not receive it well.
If I'm trying to put my all into something, and then somebody say something like that, it's not going to be good. I'm going to still love you. I'm going to still like you. But Just notes.
Yeah, he was very silent up until the point I got off work and I was like, hey, sorry I wasn't trying to be rude.
It kind of like flipped around, like 360.
No, I only messaged you twice. And after them two messages, he responded.
It was more than two. It was more like three.
Don't just.
It was like
you
three.
about to lie.
It was like three.
Maybe three. I'm sure I cut it off at two, but I'll give you the three. I'll give you the one more. I'll get it to you. So, after, we messaged and we decided to go on a date.
Mm-hmm.
So I had already had plans with my friends. We went axe throwing during earlier. Well, not earlier. It was kind of like a little bit before we were supposed to go on a date. And I had a great time, actually, axe throwing. And then I left my little axe throwing. And I went to where we was going to be up the date. And I got there on time, waiting for him.
Once again. It's a common word that I'm going to use throughout this streaming channel. Let me interject. So first of all, if you're from North Carolina, you know about Carrabba's. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's Carrabba's everywhere, but we're in North Carolina. Capitol Boulevard is a little bit away. So of course I left my humble abode. I left there early and I was there first.
That's a lie.
And she was late.
That's a lie. I already knew, but we probably will never agree on this.
She was late.
Ever.
She was late. So I waited.
Well, let's let them choose. Let's let them tell us who was late. Because then we have an audience. So let's let the audience, our family, our YouTube family, tell us who was late. So I went axe throwing. From the axe throwing place in Raleigh to the Carrabba's, maybe it was 10 minutes. Maybe 10 minutes. I left on time because I did not want to be late to this date. I got there. When I got there, I drove in the parking lot. And this particular Carrabba's, you drive on one side and you have to go around the building to the other side where the door is on this side. And there's no exit that way. So I drive around the building. He told me what kind of car he had. Drove around the building, and I did not see his car. So I'm like, am I at the wrong place, or what's going on? So I was like going back through my text messages, making sure I'm at the right place. This is the car he said he had, or all of these things. Didn't see his car, so I turned around because there's no exit on that side. So I turned around, which is the right side, and there's no exit on the right side. Turn around, come back through the front of the building, going to the left side, and then I see him. I call him like, this is how I know he was late, because I called him. I was like, hey, where are you? Are you here? He was like, oh yeah, I just got here. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. He said, yeah, I just got here. And I was like, okay. I was like, I'm here because I didn't see you. So I'm backing in. As I'm backing in, he's backing in. So therefore, if he was already there, I would have never saw him backing his car in while I'm backing my car in. Correct?
That doesn't even.
No. Yeah, so that's what happened. So therefore, he was late. Technically, if you want to be technical, I guess we both were late because we did not get inside the restaurant at the time we said we were going to meet. But I was there first.
Man, anyway, let's go. And then, once we got out of the car.
But I was there first.
When we got out the car. When we got out the car, said hello or whatever. We were both dressed nicely, and we,
you
we
what
just
color I had on?
Yeah.
What color?
Green.
Yeah, I did have on green. I don't know what you had on. Yeah.
I remember what you had on because you wore the same thing that you had in your profile picture shirt and the glasses. I know it. That's how I remember. Go back to the pictures.
No, for that profile, I had that green vest. When we met, I had on a green sweater.
Vest, sweater, same thing. Keeps you warm.
Same color, but
keeps you warm.
Yeah.
But either way, so we go to sit down, and we go in a booth in a corner. So nice, intimate booth in the corner. So nice, right?
He looked nice too. I didn't say.
So it's okay. It's okay. So we sit down.
Wait, can I say one thing? When he got out, I knew he had kids right when he got out. He was like a 5, and I was like, my man showed up with his dad jeans. fine in the back. He was still fine.
Not funny. Anyway,
Listen,
look,
he threw them jeans away.
Threw him away. Instantly threw him away. So
I don't think there's nothing wrong with dad jeans. He looked fine to me in the dad jeans.
To this day, I've never ever bought dad jeans again.
Whew,
so
hilarious.
Anyway, back to the story. Sit down. We didn't get drinks. We got tea or whatever.
Yeah.
And water.
I don't drink. So.
And
he wanted about to get me drunk on the first night. I ain't.
And then we sit down. So I'm faced toward the door. Because I always face toward the door when I sit down, just in case anything takes place. And she is, of course, the door is behind her.
I have my back to the door. So I'm just looking at him, and then past him is the wall.
Right. So I'm excited to speak to somebody that I spoke to prior all day, all night. And, we were just talking and having communication, because communication is a big part of building something with an individual. So it was good to talk to somebody that was intelligent and keep up a conversation. So we're talking and stuff like that. And I see an individual that keeps looking at me from the bar. So I'm like, very weird. So I just keep looking, and it's very weird. Now, note, I do have my concealed carry with me at all times. Just want you to know. And it's registered. So, however, I just see somebody keep looking at me. So then I remembered that she said, oh, they went ex-storing, like she said, her friend. I said, text your friend and see if she made it home. Yeah. So you got to wake up real early and go to sleep real late to get me. So she said, oh, okay, with no problem.
Oh, no, I think you said tell her that I made it to the restaurant.
Oh, yeah. Tell her I made it to the restaurant or whatever. So she said, oh, okay. All willy-nilly, happy and acting like Billy, right? So she texted, and then her friend from the bar picked up her phone and texted back. I said, So, continue to date. I didn't even say one word.
Well, can I put a pause in?
Mm-hmm.
So this is what had happened. Oh, well, you go ahead and tell your part first, and I'll tell the reason why my friend was there.
Oh, okay. So
sorry to cut you off.
So no problem. So she texted her, they text or whatever, and then the person at the bar magically left. So then I continued talking like nothing happened. Nothing even happened or whatever. So we just talking and chilling, and then you want me to tell you that part now so we can go to the next thing, or?
Oh yeah, I tell my part now. So the reason why, shout out to Bestie Mo, what up, girl? Shout out to Mo, because we had went to went extra and I went with her, and so I was like, look, I'm gonna meet this guy for the first time. But we always did this though. This wasn't a new thing for us. Right. For us, it wasn't a new thing.
It was a new thing to me.
Girls, y'all know how it go. You meet a new guy, you don't really know him like that. You think he's cool, but you want to be safe. So you're like, look, this is where I'm going. So she was like, listen, you kind of unsure. He seemed like a good person. Y'all had a good rapport, whatever. But we 10 minutes away. I don't even think it was 10 minutes. She was like, I'm coming. And I was like, thank you. She was like, I'm going to go in. We had all planned out. She was like, I'm going to go in. I'm going to sit at the bar. I'm going to have the waitress, seat y'all where I can see you best. And I was like, yeah, do that. So the waitress was in on it too. The waitress was in on it. Mm-hmm. She knew where to seat us and everything. And I thought you was going to pick up on the fact. She was like, oh, Ian? And I don't think you even picked up on it. But I was like, thank God he didn't notice that she said that. Anywho,
I ain't noticed it
so
at all.
that's why she was there. She was there being a great best friend. She was there being security for me. Because if anything happened that I didn't want to happen, we was going to jump you. We are.
That's fine. And note to everybody, like I've already mentioned prior to this, that no one is jumping me.
Well, we didn't know that at the time. Honestly, in a situation like that, you do whatever you got to do to survive.
You got to do whatever you got to do to survive. Yeah.
So that's what that was our mentality. That was our thought process. So when I text her, I also included like, hey, I think I'm good. I think I'm safe. You can leave, but don't leave. So she went out, sat in the parking lot. What a great best friend. So she left the building, but she was still outside. Mm-hmm. The whole day.
I'm sure.
Uh-huh. So sure. That's how that came about.
I'm sure.
Thanks, friend.
So anyway,
Wait a minute, if I backed her, so I don't know that he noticed her at all. You know, I
noticed her
walked
the
past
whole
her.
time.
I didn't even flinch or nothing. I walked past her like she was a complete stranger. Do you hear me?
It was good.
We had it planned.
If they were actors, you would not know. They did it pretty well.
Thank you.
Could have got an Oscar.
Thank you.
But you didn't fool me. So then I think we were chilling a couple days later or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, hey, I got something to tell you. And she's like, what? So she get all panicky and stuff. You know what I'm saying? How you get panicky and stuff. It was smooth too, because I'm a smooth individual. I was like, hey, I just want you to know that I know that was your best friend at the bar when we went on our first date. She looked at me like,
But wait, wasn't it after you met her though?
oh, I think I told you at the same time.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I told you at the
when
same
he
time.
met us, he was like, I know that she was it. Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
You told me after. You told me that you knew it was her before you met her.
Yeah.
I think I said we was going to meet her, and then
Yeah.
you was like, "Well, I already know what she looked like."
And you was like, how?
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
But yeah.
I tell you.
But
I tell you.
that is that.
Yeah.
How we met and me being, I always say that I was always the third wheel on our date because you know,
I say that.
they were at the date before me. So, you know, but no, shout out to Mom.
But
She's a
I
good
enjoyed
friend.
the date. The date was good. We
Yeah.
talked, we laughed. I was hungry, so I ate. And at the time I was I didn't have any meat, so
Yeah.
it was a good day. It was a really, really good day. And honey, halfway through the day we had already decided that we was gonna go on day 2.
Yeah. And for
Halfway through the day.
yeah, it was good.
Yeah, it was a really good day. And then after the date, he walked me out like a gentleman. And we sat in the car. We talked for a little while. And that was even better.
Yep, we had a
Even
good
better.
conversation.
We did have a good conversation
Yeah.
in the car. And
So
it was a great time.
it was good.
Great
It was
time.
good.
So that was how we met,
That's just
y'all.
how we met.
Our first date.
Yeah.
And we enjoyed it.
We did enjoy it.
So part 2.
Part 2.
We're going to leave part 2 because this video already long. It's already like 22 minutes long.
Yeah, that's good.
So we'll do a part 2 to this of continuation of the dating phase and how we met, how I met the boys, how he met my grandma and all of my family and how I met his family. So
right.
part 2. Look forward to it. All right, y'all. Bye.
Bye. I thought I pressed myself.